this out, fam. Again, bringing you guys another exploring pretty much Bleach characters with Hero Suit. And as always, hope you guys are having a good day. I'm not going to try to take up too much of your time, so we're just going to jump right into this video. And today we're talking about the man himself, Mayuri Korotsuchi. Pretty sure I'm saying his name wrong, but I'm about to bring you guys 5 fun facts about this character from Bleach. He's the captain of the 12th Division. He's captain of the 12th Division of the Gotei 13 from Bleach. And he's also the second president of the SRDI, which is the Shinigami Research and Development Institute. So we're going to just jump right into it. First fun fact about Mayuri is that he is one of very few people in Bleach who has or rather has the ability to modify his Bankai. And this is pretty interesting because amongst Bleach characters, everybody's Bankai quite literally operates differently, like in every aspect, right? Activation, just the way it operates after activation, and just even the powers that it has, like overall, right? Like a lot of Bankais are different. And I just wanted to point out that he's one of those characters in Bleach that's even unique to the show because he has a modified Bankai, whereas a lot of other people, they go through like training where they kind of like, do things to probably make their Bankai stronger, or, do little things to maybe you can say fix their Bankai if something happens. He literally has the case where he just strictly modifies his Bankai because even in Bleach, he's viewed as like a mad scientist. So he literally just takes his experiments and his research and he actually puts that into modifying his Bankai. And again, in Bleach, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, it's even unique amongst the show because he's, like I said, he's actually like, he's taking outside sources and implementing them into his Bankai, which his Bankai comes from his soul, right? So I just think that that's one of the funner facts about mad scientist Mayuri here, that he actually uses like outside sources to actually help him modify his Bankai. And I think he's like one of 2 characters who's able to do something like this. And I could be wrong about the number. Maybe it's like 1 of 3 characters, but like I said, again, even amongst the show, it's a pretty unique thing to be able to do. So fun fact about Mayuri, he modifies his Bankai, or he has modified his Bankai. My apologies, guys. I think I should have said this in the beginning of the video. This video is going to have major spoilers, right? I know I definitely should have started with that, but I'm saying it now. It's still kind of early, so you guys can leave if you want to. But this video is definitely going to have major spoilers if you guys haven't read the manga, so my apologies. But moving on, again, spoiler alert. He's very, very strong, right? But the fun fact isn't necessarily that he's strong, more so an accolade or feat. Mayuri defeated the Soul King's left arm. And if you guys don't really know what that is, let me just try to make it simple as I can. So let's just say in Bleach you have like 3 major realms or like settings. You have the Soul Society, Hueco Mundo, where the Hollows are from, and then you have the Earth place, like Earth realm, right? And the Soul King is basically his immense spiritual pressure, his immense existence, literally his immense existence allows all 3 of those to operate, basically. Like without the Soul King, all 3 of them can't operate and they would crumble. So just his existence alone allows all 3 of those realms to operate. So you can imagine that no one in the show has more spiritual pressure than the Soul King. And the Soul King is like, he doesn't really need like a lot of input right now. I'm not talking about the Soul King, but just know that he basically has the most spiritual pressure in the entire show. And so to be able to beat any type of piece of him, right? Because the Soul King kind of broke off into pieces, like his left arm is someplace, his right arm is someplace. But his left arm, right? Mayuri ended up coming across his left arm, and Mayuri got into a fight with the left arm, and he actually won. So that really tells you kind of an idea of how strong Mayuri really is, because he can be slept on for not being one of the stronger characters, but he, I would say he actually is. I mean, he is a captain, right? And he was able to defeat the Soul King's left arm. And like I said, this is immense spiritual pressure that we're talking about, right? Like we're talking about the left arm of the Soul King. So for him to be able to beat the left arm of the Soul King, it would arguably make him relative to the Soul King, right? You know, how relative is up for debate, but that's just one of the fun facts about the character, man. It's definitely one of the bigger feats, and this feat alone would kind of put him into like the top tier category amongst the Bleacherverse, just because you were able to beat a portion of the Soul King, which some of those characters would fail miserably trying to do. So fun fact number 2, Mayuri actually defeated the Soul King's left arm. Fun fact number 3 about Mayuri, and me and a few friends of mine, like we've had like little talks about Mayuri versus other people. And I'm not really about to talk about Mayuri fighting other people as much as I just want to bring light to the point that Mayuri is, like I said, he's a mad scientist already. He's a scummy fighter. Like, I honestly don't like him in versus battles because he's a scummy fighter. Like, I'm more of a straight up kind of a fighter guy, right? I like the guys that can get in and use their abilities and kind of be straightforward with things. Mayuri is I almost said the F word, bro, but he is a fucking scumbag, bro. Like, he goes into fights like, basically, you know, and just to give you guys an example, of the kind of scummy stuff that he does, like as far as fights. This image that you guys see, again, this is a spoiler. You see the Captain Kensei, Captain Rose, and Lieutenant Rangiku, right? They are right now zombified because they were like, if I'm not mistaken, again, like it's been a while since I read the manga, but they were kind of like put under like some type of like zombie type of like move or some type of zombie attack, right? So they were basically being controlled, and him with his own drugs, his own experiments, he was able to basically take back control over their bodies. But instead of him taking back control over their bodies and then freeing them to their own accords, he kept them under his control and he was using them to fight other people. That's some scumbag stuff, bro. So you would rather have your comrades as zombies and have them fighting for you as opposed to letting them fight on their own accord and you fighting on your own accord. Another scummy thing that he does is like when he first fought Uryu Ishida back in the back when basically Ichigo and them first stormed into the Soul Society, when he fought Uryu Ishida, he literally was about to blow up his subordinates just to, like, you know, get an edge over Uryu. Like, he was going to blow him up just to kind of get him and Orihime. Like, he's blowing up his own division, right? He does scummy things like this all the time. The guy fights with poisons. When he fought the Espada Slapero actually recreated himself inside of his lieutenant. And when he did that, he said, "Oh, it's interesting because inside my lieutenant, I have like this, like what I call basically like a superhuman drug, which increases your senses to like a crazy rate. And because that was inside of her, the Espadas, his senses were so sharp that, you know, everything basically took like centuries to happen. Seconds were centuries. Again, this is real scummy type of tactics. No, Mayuri didn't know that he was going to do that, but just the fact that you would put those kind of drugs inside your lieutenant says that you're kind of a scumbag, bro. Like, so, you know, fun fact number 3 about Mayuri, man, the guy is a real scummy fighter, dog. And then, you know, I just told you guys that he fought the Soul King, right? Did he do anything scummy in that fight? He actually did stab Kenpachi and kind of take Kenpachi out of the fight, though, as opposed to having Kenpachi work with him and talking to Kenpachi and them kind of trying to, you know, create a plan to fight the left arm of the Soul King. No, he took his Ashisogi Jizo, he stabbed Kenpachi, and then it kind of just like knocked Kenpachi out and paralyzed him so he couldn't move. Real scumbag stuff, bro. Instead of working with him, you rather cut him out and just, you know, paralyze him so that way he won't be able to help you. So again, Mayuri isn't a straight up fighter at all. He's a very scummy fighter, but I think that kind of adds to his character. So that's fun fact number 3 about Mayuri. Fun fact number 4 about Mayuri Kurotsuchi. I hope I'm saying his name right. I like this fact about this guy. Fun fact number 4 about Mayuri is that he was actually the first person in the Bleach show to reveal his Bankai. And this isn't like, oh, this isn't like a big, like, whopping thing, right? This isn't like a feature or anything like that. But again, I think it's just one of the cooler things about his character. Like, you know, people say like, oh, what has he done and stuff like that. Not that he doesn't have feats, but like I said, I think just a cool addition to his character is that he was actually the first person in the show we ever saw reveal a Bankai. So like I said, I don't really need to spend a lot of time on this fact, but again, I just think it's a cool thing about his character that he was the first he was the first character in the show who we ever seen reveal his Bunkai. Fun fact number 5 about Mayuri, and this is the last one. The fun fact number 5, like I want to make sure I put this the right way. Basically, when we first see Mayuri in the Bleach show, he's actually in prison, right? I'm not sure if Kisuke actually put him there. I think Kisuke did put him there, but either way, whether Kisuke did or didn't put him there, he was in prison that was basically watched over by Kisuke. And the reason why he was in prison is because, so in the Soul Society, what they basically do is that they view all potential threats, right? Like I said this back in my Kenpachi video, that the Central 46, they didn't want to train Kenpachi because they feared how strong he might be from the training. So they said after one day of training, they said we're not going to train him anymore because he's going to be too strong, right? They're all they're all about balance in a way, right? So Mayuri's his scientific prowess, right? He's so smart, such a mad scientist and such a gifted scientist that they actually had this man in prison, right? Because they feared, like, you know, basically they feared his scientific mind. They feared that he would actually be a potential threat to the entire Soul Society. So when you first see him in the show, he's locked up, bro. He hadn't done nothing because, like I said, they put potential threats in there. It's like the Minority Report, right? He hasn't really done anything, but your potential is so great. You know, like you know, your potential is so great for doing something that we're just gonna lock you up anyway, right? We don't even want to think about it. So I think that it was cool, you know, like, so when you first see his character, he's in prison. He's just like, you know, he's kind of like, you know, he's just in prison, right? He doesn't have anything to do. He's a scientist with nothing to do. And then Kisuke's all picking with him, like, hey man, you know, you should come and like work for me, you know, with the Scientific Research and Development Institute. That way you kind of at least get to, you know, mess with some things and kind of work on some stuff. And then if I end up going away, at least you can become, you know, you can get everything that I had, which is what actually ended up happening. Once Kisuke got banished, and Hiyori also kind of got banished in a way, or you could say she just, you know, she had to leave. Mayuri actually ended up becoming the second president of the Shinigami Research and Development Institute, and he became the captain of the 12th Division Squad. So again, I think that was another good fun fact about Mayuri, that when you first see the guy, because of his scientific mind and how gifted he is, the first time you see him, he's actually in prison because of his potential threat to the Soul Society. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, again, I'm probably going to be saying it a lot, that I'm not trying to keep y'all too long. But those are just 5 fun facts about Mayuri's character that I actually thought were pretty interesting. Stay tuned for more fun facts about more Bleach characters. Again, man, shout out to the Bleachverse. You know, gotta love some Bleach, right? And be cool, be calm, watch Bleach, get to Gaten show live.